Joining me now, Tennessee Senator Bill Hagerty and Chris Landau, former U.S. ambassador to Mexico during the Trump administration. He just returned from Mexico City. Senator, let's start with you. You just got out of a closed-door meeting on this bill. Do we get a sense that the Republican senators are feeling the fury of the voters on this one?
Yeah, I certainly do, Laura. I think clearly our conference is divided right now. I'm glad to hear the Speaker of the House be as clear as he was with you just a few minutes ago. I think we're going to have to, continue to talk this through and work together. But I can tell you where I am. I'm a hard no on this bill.
Well, work together on what? It gives Biden and Mayorkas is out celebrating it. That's all you need to know about this. Gives them full authority to end the emergency and to wave in the same number of people through ports of entry. So how is that a border bill? Someone explain that to me.
It's not a border bill. Just because you call it a border bill doesn't make it a border security bill. And you've got these Orwellian phrases in it, like non-custodial detention. I'm sure all kids at school would like to have non-custodial detention hall. It's another one of these bills that's just put in place so they can, again, as you said, use this as a means to hurt President Trump, what he's tried to accomplish. If you go back to Section 212F, that's something that President Trump had intended to really use to shut the border down by making 4,000, 5,000 people, moving into the country every day, a new threshold. You're undercutting all of that. That's not where we need to be.
Well, they want to. Yeah, Chris, they want to tie President Trump's hands if he gets elected in November for sure. But I know with your legal background, you're very curious about why the bill rests judicial review authority from Texas or Arizona regarding any of these legal challenges. Why is that so important, given the fact that it goes to D.C., Chris?
Yeah, the bill directs all constitutional and other statutory challenges, not only to the bill itself, but to any guidance or implementation or decisions under the bill. So this creates this complicated Rube Goldberg structure, and all of these legal challenges, just happened by coincidence to go to one of the most liberal courts in the entire country, in D.C., the heart of the swamp, and then get reviewed by the D.C. Circuit. Again, they're taking all these things and very carefully putting them in this one court. That already shows you a lot about this bill.
And Senator Hagerty, we understand there was yelling in the closed-door meeting. Can you tell us who was yelling and about what?
There wasn't yelling. I think that may have occurred at a staff level earlier today. What we generally have in our meetings at a conference behind closed doors is a respectful conversation, but very frank discussion. And I appreciated that happening. But I can tell you this, we need a frank discussion about what the incentive is here. And I think you know what it is, Laura. They're going to continue to do this because we know how congressional seats and electoral votes are allocated. They're allocated based on the number of people in a given state, not the number of citizens, the number of people. You talked about where the free credit cards are, where the free access to health care is. New York, California. The more illegals that go there, the more political power they get because they get more congressional districts and they get more electoral votes as a result. That's the incentive. We've got to address that, too.
Chris, very quickly, Mexico, what's the sense there?
The sense there is that they're suffering from this, too, because this is not just a Mexican-U.S. problem. These folks are coming from all over the world, 194 countries. They're not happy about this in Mexico. In the streets of Mexico City, it's like walking through the UN. There's people from all over the world. I think Mexico also would be delighted to have the U.S. start to crack down on these flows of illegal migrants. And this bill is going to do the opposite. It's going to encourage people to come.
Well, the press heard yelling from that meeting.
This has got to be the focus of U.S.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying the press corps is reporting that there was yelling heard within that meeting. And Chris, you're absolutely right. Well, Senator, they could have heard me yelling about it last night when I was reading through the bill. So that could have been me. I've been doing this issue for 25 years, as Chris knows.
Yes.
Great to see you both. Thank you so much.